frequencies, radios, and then know what the wattages of those equipment are. And then you want to check how many bulbs they have in each of the houses.
Okay.
And then ask some questions on what their future demands would look like. Okay. So and then would also explore the businesses that are available. So there are people who have maybe they are off licenses, and they'll probably want to sell cold drinks and so on. So we'll have to estimate what the demand, the community looks like. Then would also have to measure the distribution line.
Okay.
So if we have a microgrid, we want to measure the spread of the distribution line to find out exactly. Then the socioeconomic characteristics of the population is also very important. So that's another thing we would have to do. So with that, I'll have to come up with a team that would go down and work with the community. They would actually be doing it, but we need the
cooperation, yes,
of the community. So hopefully they'll get the chief involved, the traditional council, and get the entire population involved. Then the next stage will be, once I would have had collected that information, we'll move to the next stage, which will be the design of the microgrid.
Okay.
Yes, for electricity generation, as well as the pumping, water pumping system.
Okay.
So once that design is done, then we'll finally come up with a report that would enable you to then go out and then you can have people to bid. Yeah. So would come up with a list of the equipment required. In fact, the system design. So the report would detail the electrical load analysis as well as recommendations to reduce the electricity load.
Okay.
So through energy efficiency. So if the bulbs are high wattage bulbs like 60 watts, 100 watts, then we'll recommend maybe these compact fluorescent bulbs that will give you the same lighting intensity or better, but with
economize
lower consumption. And then would also do a water consumption analysis. That will be included in the report. And then finally, the system designs as well as estimated cost.
Okay.
Okay. So in terms of timelines.
Okay.
So we are estimating that the first phase will take about 2 months.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll take a week to prepare the requirements for the project as well as set up the data collection team.
Okay.
So once that is done, we'll then need 2 weeks to do to collect data. Yeah, the data I had explained in a previous slide.
Okay.
So that will take 2 weeks, and then once we get that information, we'll then get into the system design. Okay. Which we estimate will take about 3 weeks. Okay. Okay. And then we'll use 2 weeks to write a report. Okay. Which will, the project proposal report. Okay. So that on the whole we think will take. Here we have some global figure of what we think the cost of the first phase of the project would be. Yeah, would be, because we have to deploy people, as I said. Okay. We need to design the systems and then prepare you a report. Okay. Yes. And then there will be a presentation at the end. Okay. Yeah. So in summary, the first phase of the project would entail an electricity demand analysis. It would also comprise a water demand analysis. Would have to design the solar photovoltaic microgrid. And then we'll have to design the solar water pumping system. Okay. And then come up with a report. Okay. For the project. Okay. So I think that's all what I have. Okay. And that's my contact. Okay. My telephone number, email, and that's the logo of your company. Okay. Yes, Sustainable Technology Consulting.
Well, great, to the point, great presentation. So if I'm looking at which everything about expertise is in your hands, And from your analysis on the ground and your final report, you'll be able to present to us the different options that are open to us, and maybe with your expertise advice on what you think would be more feasible and that can really meet the desire to electrify the places at a cost that we can afford, right? So if I understand fully well now, at this first phase, getting to the point where we get the real report summary after the field work has been done, it requires $2,000 for that to be able to dispatch people to the village and other expenses.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Well, that's great. So I think I like the way you've done it, very professional and to the point, and you touch on the key relevant things that we're supposed to know. So as it is now, it's a very good start. What this is to tell our people that we have gone past the talking.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Christmas, Ebini might be sitting here and not have 2,000 to give by himself, but if 30 Eyang Atem Ako children who are really focused, whose education, as they are in diaspora, whose education has any relevance, should be able to come up with that money at least. Because even if this is not done, it gives us a template. It gives us a template for us to move forward, right? So I think I like it, and I would try to sell the idea to my people. Okay. And then without much questioning or anything, right now it's nothing to beat the market or whatever, because we are not there yet. I'll do everything to see that we come up with the $2,000 for that field work to be done. Okay. And with people going from your company to the village, and I'll talk to the people back home for their cooperation. That would also give energy and energize people that something is coming, so I think it's a good start. Okay. So thank you very much. Okay, so this is my newfound friend who is a man who thinks the way I think. This is how we should be using our education. And I want to thank you very much, Dr. Ayompe, for coming. I'm glad, that when I saw you at the Upper Bayang meeting, it's my wife who reminded me that you were the one who gave me a pen at Sike's house when I was looking for a pen to write a check.
Oh, yes.
Yes. She's the one who reminded me. Okay. So thank you so much. I know that this is your project because Nguchi and Eyang Atem Ako people are one people. Yeah. And like you said, your grandmother or your mother came from there.
Yeah, my grandmother.
So thank you so much. Let me go get you some wine, man. Thank you.